Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our eighth class of this advanced English course. Please confirm if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Yanni. Hi, Teresa. Okay, guys, so welcome back. I
Hi,
hope.
teacher.
Hi,
Good
Teresa.
evening.
Good. Well, yeah, good evening. Good evening. Still going dark early. Okay, so I hope you had a nice Holy Week, that you enjoyed your time, that nothing bad happened to you, that your family is well, and that you rest. Because at the end, these vacations, we have to use it to rest, right? We need to rest. We need to recover our energy. And now we're here back to reality, okay? Back to reality. So, we are going to begin, although the majority of the students that normally are connected at this time are not here yet. But it's okay. We're going to begin. We need to continue. Okay? The show must go on, right? Okay, guys. So for this afternoon, we are going to continue with the introduction of unit number 4. Have you ever tried it? We're dealing with the present perfect and with the past simple. With the present perfect and with the past simple. We left like 3 or 4 homeworks. It wasn't much, so it's going to be pretty easy. And the topic after that is also pretty easy. So this unit number 4, and unit number 5 are both really, really easy. Okay, so before we begin, remember that we have been working with the phrasal verbs. So for this week, we're going to work with another topic. So we won't work with the phrasal verbs anymore. We are going to work now, and we're going to study the English idioms. Okay, the English idioms. What is an English idiom? An English idiom is a fixed group of words with non literal meaning that you cannot understand the meaning of the idiom translating word by word. You have to know the meaning beforehand. Okay? I don't know if you remember. Let me see. Can I take a rain check? Remember that expression? Can I take a rain check? That is an English idiom. So if you try, I don't know if you remember the meaning, but if you try to translate that idiom word by word, you won't get the meaning, okay? Because the meaning is fixed on the idiom by the Americans. So it's not, you're not able to know the meaning of the idiom only by translating the words. You need to know the meaning of the idiom because you know about it beforehand, because someone told you what it means, or because you read it. Okay, so let me share with you the first English idioms that you're going to find in your first practice. So from now on until the course is over, and this course ends completely in May 15, something like that, May 15, something like that, we are going to be working with English idioms. Why? Why are we going to dedicate so much time to the English idioms? Because it's in your pensum, and those are pretty common expressions in English. Okay, Americans use a lot of English idioms, and if you know many English idioms, it will be easier to communicate. I have said that many times, but I cannot stress that enough. Okay, so here is the English idioms document. I'm gonna share it on the platform. You will find this document on the platform as well. So here we have a couple of the English idioms that we are going to be working with during this week. Okay, so the first English idioms that you are going to study are the following: situaciones cotidianas y bienestar. Okay, here we have, I tried to select the more common ones, right? The more common ones. We have here under the weather, piece of cake, break the ice, once in a blue moon, hit the sack. Pretty common, hit the sack. Instead of saying I'm going to sleep, you say I'm going to hit the sack. On cloud nine, pull someone's leg, spill the beans, the best of both worlds, and as right as rain. Okay? I'm going to repeat: under the weather, piece of cake, break the ice, once in a blue moon, hit the sack, on cloud nine, pull someone's leg, spill the beans, the best of both worlds, and as right as rain. Okay, so what are you going to do with this? What you're going to do with this is that you are going to study the meaning of the idioms in Spanish, right? You're going to learn the meaning of each of these idioms, and you have to be able to use them in context. So, as you did with the phrasal verbs, you will have in the practice you will have choices to identify the meaning in Spanish of these idioms, but also you will have exercises where you have to use the idiom using the context as a guide, okay? Because you have to be able not only to know the meaning in Spanish, but you have to be able to use them in a conversation, to use them to communicate with someone else. So you need both things. You need to learn the meaning, of course, because if you don't know what it means in Spanish, you won't be able to use it in English. And you need to know how to use them in a normal sentence, okay? So, for example, instead of saying, "Oh, I feel really tired, I am going to sleep," you could say, "I feel really tired, I'm going to hit the sack." Okay? You're saying the same thing. Especially in movies, the English idioms come in handy because in movies they use a lot of English idioms. Okay? Is that clear, guys? Did I make myself clear? Do you have any questions about the English idioms? No? Okay. Okay, guys. So let's continue. So our unit for this afternoon is have you ever tried it, right? We were talking about this in our previous class. So let's start with the reading. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Okay, so here we have Aiden, Claire, and server. Okay, because the server has such a small part, I'm gonna do the server part. Okay, I'm gonna be the server. So let's start with Johnny and Teresa. So Johnny is Aiden, Teresa is Claire, and I'm going to be the server. Okay, let's begin.
Eden, no.
Johnny, we can't hear you,
Toca el
Johnny.
primero, ¿todavía?
Me
Better now,
begin?
better now.
Okay. Hey, that sounds strange. Rollers, rollers with butter and garlic sauce. Have you ever eaten rollers?
Yes, I have. I had them here just last week.
Did you like them?
Yes, I did. They were delicious. Why don't you try some?
No, I don't think so. I am a little scared of them.
Have you decided on the appetizer yet?
That is mine. Have you decided on an appetizer
Oh,
yet? It's okay.
sorry.
It's okay.
Me, Clyder?
Yeah, you're clear. You continue.
Oh, okay. Yes, I will have a small order of frontlet, please.
And you, sir?
I
I
think,
think I'll have the snake.
oh, snails. That's adventurous of you.
Okay, snails. Snails.
Snails.
Not to confuse
Snails.
with nail, right? Snails. Okay, okay, very well. Ismael, are
What
you
I
going to
mean
read?
snails, teacher?
Caracol.
Oh,
Sí, el caracol es el, ¿cómo que le llaman en español?
ostra, ostra.
No, no son las ostras, porque esos son oysters. Es el animalito que tiene un caracol como caparazón arriba y él se va moviendo lentamente.
I know.
Lo que es Gary en esponja.
Ya.
Se parece a lo que es Gary. Voy a mostrar una foto. Sí. Si lo buscan. Pues no se va a ver aquí. Pero es algo bien rarito. Lo voy a mostrar por el grupo. Se parece a Gary, el de Bob Esponja. Okay, so Ismael, are you going to read, Ismael?
Yes.
Ahí lo mandé Teresa para que lo vea, que es el snail. Okay, Ismael. Okay, so Ismael and Teresa. Ismael and Teresa, I'm going to be the server again. So Ismael, you're going to be now Claire, and Teresa is going to be Aiden.
Eh, hey, this is sound strange from legs with butter and garlic sauce. Have you ever eaten from legs?
Yes, I have. I had them here just last week.
And do you like them?
Yes, I did. They were delicious. Why don't you try some?
No, I don't. I don't think so. I'm a little scared of them. Have you decided on an appetizer yet?
Yes, I'll have a small order of from the rest, please.
And you, sir?
I think I will have the snails.
Snails? That's adventurous of you.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I always forget my part because I'm not used to reading in this class. So, okay, guys, so here we have a conversation about things, asking about things we have done, not exactly when did they happen, but if we have done it at any moment, at any point in our lives. That's the idea of the question, have you ever? Is to ask about if in your total existence have you done this? In this case, eaten frog legs. So, hey, this sounds strange, like Doctor Strange. Strange. Frog legs with butter and garlic sauce. Have you ever eaten frog legs? Yes, I have. I had them here just last week. Did you like them? Yes, I did. They were delicious. Why don't you try some? No, I don't think so. I'm a little scared of them. Have you decided on an appetizer yet? Yes, I'll have a small order of raw legs, please. And you, sir? I think I'll have the snails. Snails? That's adventurous of you. Okay, so here we have this dynamic. Obviously, all of this food, if we can call it food, it's weird, okay, for us. Frog legs, snails, But that's the idea. The idea is to employ properly the question have you ever, and what better way to use have you ever than with things like this. It's a perfect question. Have you ever eaten frog legs or snakes or snails? Something that is weird, and we want to know if maybe once in your life that experience happened. Okay, so in our last class, I was explaining the difference between simple past and present perfect, right? So now we're going to work with a couple of exercises that mix them both. The idea, guys, is that you get the difference between present perfect and past simple. Especially in this exercise, we're going to test your knowledge about present perfect and past simple, especially the difference. But we will see what happens when we get there. So let's start with the first exercise. Complete these conversations, then practice with a partner. So the first one says, have you ever eaten sushi? Obviously, because it's present perfect, we have to use the past participle of the verb eat, which in this case is eaten, right? We know that. Easy peasy. Okay, so let's see what would be the answer. Letter B. What would be the answer to have you ever eaten sushi? Tell me, Yanni.
Yes, I have. In fact, I ate some sushi last week.
Okay, yes, I have. In fact, I ate some just last week. As you can see, guys, the answer here is with have because the question is in present perfect. But here, after the period, we have a different tense. We don't use present perfect again. Why? Because we're talking about something that happened last week. Remember, we don't use the present perfect to talk about a specific things or a specific times when something happened. Okay? We have the simple past for that. We use the simple past when we want to talk about when something happened specifically. Okay? Okay. Let's continue with number two, letter A and letter B. Tell me, Teresa.
Number two, have you ever tried a Moroccan food? No, I haven't, but I like to.
Very well. Have you ever tried Moroccan food? No, I haven't, but I'd like to. But I'd like to, right? Again, this is a yes or no question using the present perfect. So the answer is with have, right? No, I have. No, I haven't. Or yes, I have, right? Here we don't have the past tense because we use a modal verb. Would. I would like to. Me encantaría. So number three, letter A and letter B. Tell me, Ismael.
Letter A, did you have breakfast today? Letter B, yes, I did. I ate a full breakfast. ¿Cómo se?
Huge.
Huge,
Huge.
huge breakfast.
Yes, that's right. Did you have very well? Did you have breakfast today? Yes, I did. I ate a huge breakfast. Okay? Did you have breakfast today? Yes, I did. I ate a huge breakfast. Okay, let's continue. Easy peasy, guys. Number four, letter A and letter B. Tell me, Teresa.
Number four,
Yes.
have you ever been to a picnic at the beach? Yes, I I have. My family and I had a picnic on the beach last month. We cooked hamburger.
Okay, okay, very well. So, have you ever been to a picnic at the beach? Yes, I have. My family and I had a picnic on the beach last month. Again, as you can see, because I am saying last month, I have to use the simple past. My family and I had. We cooked hamburgers. Okay? Okay, last one.
Yeah.
Tell me, Johnny, number five, letter A and letter D and letter B.
Did you cook dinner last night? Yes, I did. I made spaghetti with tomato sauce.
Very well. Easily done. Did you cook dinner last night? Yes, I did. I made spaghetti with tomato sauce. Okay, guys, so now let's take the hardest test. This is the hardest test. Let's see if you actually understood the idea of the difference between present perfect and the simple past. If you understood the concept, how are they different from each other? Okay, so I went to Sunrise Beach last week. Have you ever been to Sunrise Beach, Chris? Chris. Yes, I did, or yes, I have. Tell me, Ismail. And continue down here.
And yes, answer. And yes, I have. It's beautiful. Did you go to the restaurant of the beach? On the beach.
Okay, okay. Okay, give me 1 second. So, yes, I did. That's correct because the question was. Sorry. Yes. Could you please repeat your answer, Ismail? I confused a little bit here. Could you please repeat?
And la number one, yes, I have.
Yes, I have. Okay, yeah.
And or number two, did you go?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ismail. So as you can see, guys, let me use my pen. As you can see, the question here is have, right? Have you ever been? So the question, so the answer has to be using have. Yes, I have. It's beautiful. And then we have another question. We need to see the interaction between Margot and Chris, okay? We need to see the interaction between Margot and Chris. This question, the first one, was asked by Margot. The next question is being asked by Chris. So, yes, I did. It's beautiful. So, Chris asked a specific question. Did you go to the restaurant on the beach? It makes sense because Chris is asking about something specific that apparently he knows about. Okay, so Margot. Who can answer Margot here? Let's see. Tell me, Teresa.
In this, I put the yeah, I have. Um, I went on Saturday, and I've had the sea snail.
Okay. So in this case, Teresa, the second and the third are correct, but the first one is not have. In this case, it's did because remember that the question that Chris made was using did. Did you go to the restaurant on the beach? Yes, I did, right? Instead of have is did. And here is just as you say. I went on Saturday. We know that here is went because we're talking about some time in the past. Well, we're not talking about some time in the past. We're talking about a specific moment in the past. We're talking about a day. So we need to use the simple past. I had, again, because we're talking about what we did on Saturday. So we need to see the context. So you are right, Teresa,
Okay.
in second and third. The only one that you need to check is the first answer. yes, I did instead of yes, I have. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Ismael, let's continue with Chris and Margot.
Antes de, and question here we see. Aquí vemos, oh my God, el simple past for specific times in the past.
Yes, simple past is for specific times in the past.
Okay, igual al present, el present perfect. For general experiences or life events.
Exactly. We use the present perfect for general experiences, unspecified time in the past, life events, but we are never using anything in that sentence that is specific, like a date or a day or an hour. Nothing specific, only that it happened.
Okay. And continue, Margo.
Here in Chris, wow.
Okay, okay. Wow. If never eaten say snails.
Okay, one moment here, Ismail. I never ate or I've never eaten. Which one?
And second, if never eaten.
I've.
I've.
Remember that contraction of the personal pronoun and have is I've. I've, you've, his, she's, his, she's, it's, with, Dave. Okay, so wow, I've never eaten sea snails. That's correct. Because here Chris is talking about a life experience, a life event, without mentioning when this happened. In this case, it have never happened. Okay, so let's continue, Ismail, with Margot here. Do you have it, Ismail? Margot, the second
Ah,
one?
ah, okay. Margo. Oh, they were delicious. On Sunday, I got to the beach early to see the sun come up. Have you ever seen a sunrise on a beach, Chris?
Excellent, excellent. So as you can see, guys, here, oh, they were delicious on Sunday. Immediately, I know that I have to use the simple past because I'm being specific. On Sunday, I got to the beach early to see the sun come up. And then Margot is asking Chris about a life experience. Have you ever seen a sunrise on a beach, Chris? Have you ever seen a sunrise on a beach, Chris? You see, there's a difference. Okay, let's continue with Chris and Margot. Both of this. Who is going to read it? Who is going to read it? Tell me, Teresa.
Teacher.
Yes.
And I put then I went swimming around sea, but there were some strays that shut down in the water. Have you ever
Heard.
heard
Yes.
of chat sunrise beach?
Okay. Okay.
En, ok, ya la otra es otra, ¿verdad?
Yes, if you want, you can
Esa
read it. Let me
termina.
explain just what you said and you can continue. It's okay. So, you are right, Teresa. You missed the first part here. No, I haven't. So, then I went. Again, we're using went, as Teresa said,
Well,
because we have here a specific time, right?
yes,
We're talking about an action being specific. Then I went swimming around
yes,
6. But there were some strange dark shadows. The word is shadows. Shadows.
Shadows.
Shadow. We have shadow or
Shadows.
shadows, right? In this case, it's
Yes.
plural, shadows in the water. So the question again is about a life experience. Have you ever heard of sharks at Sunrise Beach? So you are right, Teresa. Could you please read the last remaining ones, Teresa?
Say yes. Uh, I have. I have. I hear a new report about shark last summer.
Okay, continue with Margot, the last one, please.
Um. Wow. Wow. Maybe had a look escape on Sunday morning.
Very well. Maybe I had. Again, maybe I had. So, thank you, Teresa. So, Chris, yes, I have, because the question was, have you ever heard, right? Yes, I have. I heard. Why I heard? Because as you can see here, we're talking about last summer. Again, we're talking about a moment, a specific moment in the past, last summer. You will never see, remember, you will never see the present perfect using this time references. Never, okay? Never. So I heard a news report about sharks last summer. Wow, maybe I had. Again, I had, because we're talking about Sunday morning. We're talking about a specific moment in the past. So, wow, maybe I had a lucky escape on Sunday morning. Why don't you come with me next time? Are you kidding? Does someone know the meaning of kidding in Spanish? I think that we have said this before, just in case. Does someone know what is the meaning of kidding in Spanish? Don't. Are you kidding me? What is that? What does that mean in Spanish? Kidding. Kidding. Kidding means estás bromeando. Are you kidding me? En inglés hay una expresión muy común que es Are you kidding me? Se puede traducir me estás tomando el pelo, tú estás relajando. En buen dominicano sería tú estás relajando, porque eso de tomarte el pelo sería que español o algo así. Pero en buen dominicano sería tú me estás relajando, tú estás relajando. Are you kidding? Esa es la idea de Are you kidding? Muy bien. Ok, llegamos al reto. Llegamos al reto. Vamos a ver cómo les fue. Pensé que iban a venir los demás a asumir el reto también. Porque este es The Big Challenge, el gran reto. So, vamos a ver. Let me look for my notes. Have you ever tried it? Vamos a ver cómo les fue. Si las sweet beans les ayudaron. ¿Sabes lo que son las sweet beans, verdad? Las habichuelas con dulces. Las sweet beans le ayudaron. Vamos a ver. So, listen to 6 people ask questions in a restaurant. Are they talking about these items? Right, yes or no? So, number 1 is juice, because they were not talking about a plate, they were talking about juice. So, number 2, are they talking about the check? Yes or no? In the conversation. Tell me, Johnny.
No, teacher.
No, very well. They are not talking about the check, because the interaction is, have you ever tried this before? Yes, I have. So the question is about experience. It's not about the check. Very, very well. Number 3, cake. Are they talking about a cake here? Yes or no? Tell me, Johnny.
Yes, teacher, because she said I'm waiting for a fork.
Yes, very well. Excellent. Yes. The interaction is, did you taste it? No, not yet. I am waiting for the waitress to bring me a fork. Well, we normally, when we go to a restaurant and we are being fancy and educated people, we normally use a fork to eat cake, right? I know, in our house, we take a spoon normally, or even our bare hands. But when we are in a restaurant, we want to seem high class people. We want to look like high class people. So we use a fork. High class people use a fork, right? Okay, number 4. Okay, so far so good, huh? Number 4. Are they talking about
Teacher,
meat? Tell me,
sorry,
Teresa.
I can no sorry, I can listen in
You couldn't
the
listen to the audio. Why?
oh because I went to the San Francisco and my internet is no good.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
okay. I understand. It's okay. It's okay. You can hear it later. Okay. Remember, even if we are not going to study or discuss again the audio, you can hear it again and practice with it. Okay. If you practice if you practice a lot with these audios, your listening will improve. Okay. So number 4, tell me, Johnny, are they talking about meat here? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher, because she said I ate once, but I didn't like it. I think it was cooked for too long.
Yes. Very well. Again, 3 out of 3 so far. Yes, we're talking about meat here because in the interaction, as Johnny said, they say, have you ever eaten this here? I ate it once, but I didn't like it. I think it was cooked for too long. What is normally cooked for too long? And some people don't like it. The meat, right? We don't say that about rice, right? We don't say that about rice. We say that about meat because some people like their meat um, a little raw, un poco cruda, right? Especially the red meat. Number 5, number 5. Are they talking about water? Number 5, yes or no? Tell me, Johnny.
And that is no, because he said black and strong. I
Okay.
think was coffee.
Yes, you are right. You are right again. We normally in English say, when we want to say café sin azúcar, right? Black and strong. Black and strong without sugar. That's the idea. Black and strong. And the last one, Johnny, the last one. Are they talking about the menu? Yes or no?
Uh, I put no because um he said, did you ask for the waiter for it? It's my treat this time. You paid last time.
Bueno, well done. This is the first time, and I feel really proud about that. This is the first time that someone has done this right. The first time in more than 3 years. The first time. Okay? This is normally the challenge. But Johnny did a really, really excellent job. I hope you all took notes about that to hear it again and try to understand what are they saying in the audio. So in the case of number 6, the interaction is as follows. Did you ask the waiter for it? Yes. And it's my treat this time. You pay last time. In English, when you hear the expression, it's my treat, it's like saying in Spanish, me toca a mí. Okay, me toca a mí pagar, me toca a mí cubrir. It's my treat. Sí, es como decir yo pago. Okay, it's my treat. So they're obviously, if they are talking about paying and talking about who treat is, they're not talking about the menu. They're talking about the check. Okay, they are talking about the check. Okay, so very well. Again, congrats, Johnny. That was a really, really good job. Okay, let's continue. Okay, guys, so let me explain our grammar focus for Wednesday. Okay, our grammar focus for Wednesday. So here we have word power cooking methods. This is an important word power because it will be in your practice. Here you have different terms. Here you have different terms about the different cooking methods that we have, well, in the kitchen, but in English, right? We have bake, boil, fry, grill, roast, and steam. So what you are going to do is you're going to look for the meaning of these terms in Spanish. And in our next class on Wednesday, I will ask the meaning of them. Okay? So first homework. Here we have a recipe. Okay? Here we have a recipe, but don't worry. We will look at it later because this is pretty simple to get. Okay, so what we have here are sequence adverbs. Sequence adverbs. So what are sequence adverbs? Sequence adverbs are words that we use to express a sequence of events. Normally, when you are cooking, something comes first, right? Then something else. Then you add something else, and so on. So normally, when you're cooking, you have a set of steps that you have to do if you want your recipe to come out well. If you want the recipe to come out as it was intended or as you picture it. So you have to obey those steps. You have to follow, more than obey. You have to follow those steps, okay? So we use sequence adverbs to guide our reader to know what he has to do first. Let's say, for example, that I am teaching you how to turn on a computer or how to use a computer for the first time. So first, let's imagine that this laptop is closed. First, you have to open the laptop. Then you have to turn on the laptop. Next, you have to wait for the laptop to come up. And then blah, 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 you have to continue the other steps. So we use the sequence adverbs to show exactly how you are going to perform an action. Okay? Simple. Okay, but here I have an explanation, okay? Pretty easy. So we normally have the sequence adverbs, which are first, followed by then, followed by next, followed by after that, followed by finally. So sequence adverbs act as signposts. They guide your listener smoothly from the beginning of a process to the end. That's the idea, right? For example, first, boil a pot of water, then pour some couscous into the hot water and let it sit for 10 minutes. Next, chop some olives, parsley, and cheese. After that, drain the couscous and let it cool. Finally, toss the cooked couscous with the olives, parsley, and cheese. As you can see, I have here all the steps. If I follow all of these steps, probably I will get a good looking couscous just like this one. And I see probably because we know that some things just don't come out as we expect them to be. That's it, guys. Those are the sequence adverbs. And that is the grammar focus. Okay? So your second homework is to arrange these images properly using the sequence adverbs that you see right here. Yeah? Pretty simple. The other homework is this one. Again, the same thing. You have to see the picture, look for the action that describes the picture that you're seeing in the same order, and then you have to put the number in each step accordingly. Easy peasy. Then you have this exercise. You have to use or the past tense or the present perfect of the verbs given. Pretty easy too. Okay, here we have another listening. I know you love listening. I love you know. You love them. Okay, so here we have another listening. This is easy, guys. Okay, so because I want you to understand exactly what is this listening about, I will explain it in Spanish, just in case. Entonces, este listening es bien sencillo, chicos. Lo voy a explicar en español para que no quede dudas. Tenemos 5 imágenes y en el audio van a describir 4 imágenes, lo que significa que hay una que se va a quedar por fuera. Hay 5, se describen únicamente 4. Debemos de enumerar las imágenes en el orden en el que son descritas en el audio. Bien, luego de eso, las 4 imágenes que sean las correctas, en ese mismo orden, vamos a identificar cuáles de los procesos que vemos aquí debajo corresponden con cada imagen. Por ejemplo, la imagen número 1 que ustedes van a encontrar aquí es la misma imagen que está representada por estas acciones que están aquí. Ahora, estas acciones que están aquí, que son 3, hay 2 correctas y una que no va. Es decir, una que no se menciona en el audio. En el caso de la primera imagen, está el add, que no es más que añadir, y está el chop, que no es más que el cortar, pero no está el hit. Bien, entonces la imagen número 2, igual, tenemos 3 procesos, cut, hit, pour. Hay 2 que son descritos en esa imagen. Cuando en el audio lo describen, se describen 2 de estos procesos y hay uno que queda fuera. Y así sucesivamente, ¿ok? Entonces hay 4 imágenes, hay 5, pero solamente quedarán 4. Y cada una de esas 4 va en el mismo orden que ustedes la van a escuchar. Salen descritas aquí debajo y usted debe de elegir cuál es el procedimiento que se emplea. Recuerden, chicos, no le huyan al audio. No le corran. Tienen que afrontarlo. Let's continue. Choose the correct responses. Here you have to choose. Pretty easy. You have 3 questions. You have 3 answers. You have to choose the correct answer for each question. Easy peasy. Here we have, again, more simple past or present perfect. Here you have options over here, and you have to choose these verbs and put it here in the blank spaces. But you need to identify when the answer is in present perfect or when the answer is in simple past. Okay? The same thing here, the same thing here, and the same thing here. Again, you have the options here. Every 4 lines has 4 options. Every 4 lines have 4 options. Okay, so you have to choose what is the tense of each of these sentences. Is it simple past? Well, I have to use the past tense. Is it present perfect? I have to use the past participle of these verbs. Obviously, the sentence gives you enough information to know exactly which tense is. And the last thing, I know, another listening. So 2 listenings for our next class. 2 listenings. Tell me, Mel.
I got lost en la anterior.
Okay.
Ajá. En Spanish, please.
In Spanish, please. Ok, lo que estaba diciendo era que cada ejercicio tiene 4 verbos. 4 verbos, ¿verdad? Lo vemos arriba. Estos 4 verbos que están aquí son para las primeras 4. Estos 4 son para las siguientes 4. Estos 4 son para las siguientes 4. Y debemos de elegir en qué tiempo verbal se encuentran cada una de las oraciones. Son separadas. Bien, entonces algunas están en presente perfecto, por lo tanto tengo que utilizar el pasado participio de los verbos, y algunas están en pasado simple y por lo tanto debo utilizar el pasado simple de los verbos. Así de sencillo. ¿Bien ahí?
Okay, understand.
Okay, easy. Piece of cake, easy peasy, right? And the last one, this listening. Okay, so here we have making changes. Listen to three people talk about things they wish they could change. Check the topic each person is talking about. Listen again, write one change each person would like to make. Ok, voy a explicar ese también en español, por si acaso, ¿verdad? En ese listening tenemos tres opciones. Cada opción tiene dos tópicos. Debemos identificar de cuál de los dos tópicos es que se está hablando. En el caso de la número uno, será del city, de la ciudad, de travel, de viajar. Luego de haber identificado de cuál de los dos es que se está hablando, debemos de escribir qué es lo que esa persona quisiera cambiar del tópico en cuestión. Un cambio. ¿Ok? Si está hablando de la ciudad, ¿qué es lo que quisiera cambiar? Si está hablando de viaje, ¿qué es lo que quisiera cambiar? Evidentemente es uno solo por número. O es la ciudad, o es el viaje, o es la escuela, o es las habilidades, o es el tiempo libre, o es el dinero. Hay que prestar atención cuidadosamente porque a veces se confunden, como dicen por ahí, se van con el amague. Hay que escuchar bien, ¿ok? Pero es easy peasy. And that's it, guys. That's it. As I told you, pretty easy, pretty simple. So in our next class, for our next class, the homework is these terms, this exercise, this one, this listening, this exercise, and this listening. Okay? Pretty easy and pretty short. Okay? Do you have any questions about that? Any doubts that you want to share with us, with the class? No? Everything is clear? Okay? So if everything is clear, that will be all for tonight, guys. Have a really good night and see you again on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Goodbye. Good night, guys.
Hi, teacher. Good night.
Bye.
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 Bye bye.